it seemed so recently that we'd had diamond jubilees and golden jubilees. I can remember the silver jubilees. I couldn't believe that suddenly it had come to this, and that it was 70. I said, what should we do? I'd love to do something that is entirely like giving her a bouquet of flowers, something that is not, I'm not a historian, I'm not a biographer. I wanted it to be just gorgeous things that if she ever looked at it, she'd think how lovely, how nice, how kind. So it wasn't about the royal family, it wasn't about any of the members of the royal family, although some of them creep in because they're referred to or whatever. It was just for her, because I do admire her enormously. So then, scratch. I thought I would just do it thematically, so the Queen at home, the Queen on tour, the Queen with the stars, you know, the Queen's passions about dogs. But I'd been doing stage plays, which people always forget, you know.
Yes.
And I was in a stage play directed by Harold Pinter, which is called Vanilla, and I was playing a quite strange, funny woman. I cut my hair off that short and dyed it black. And she was quite amusing. It was a flop. The whole show was a flop. We had massive stars in it. And it failed after about 3 or 4 weeks. But Ruby Wax came to see it. She loved it. She came straight back. She said you should work French and Saunders, but you've got to work with me first. So I did 3 lovely programs with Ruby about a kind of parallel Joanna Lumley who was going insane and had no career, which lots of people thought was true.
Yes.
So that's
Sorry,
why
was that your first meeting? Did you know these ladies before?
No, but Ruby doesn't. She just comes to your stage door and just walks in.
Right.
I just love her with all my heart, completely, and did from that second. I always thought I admired her. Anyway, so I worked with her on that. And then I got sent a script, which I thought was the best thing I'd ever read. It was so funny. I thought, they can't ever make this. This is so funny. And it was Jennifer Saunders' first episode of Absolutely Fabulous. None of the characters were described. Patsy was just a person sitting in a taxi, saying things. I looked at it, and I did a read-through with Jennifer, who I'd never met, who was fairly sort of monosyllabic, and I thought, God, she hates it. She's not enjoying it. And I didn't know what to be, and I was just saying, we'll turn left, we'll go to Harvey Nicks, in this kind of a person, because I didn't know who the person was. It didn't say.
Yes. So how did Patsy become Patsy then?
Well, I had to try to make Jennifer laugh, because we didn't seem to be enjoying anything very much. So I just I began to, and I thought, I know, Patsy will always wear her hair up. I just want to do that. She will always wear red lipstick. She will always be immaculate. I just began to get her, and I thought she's got like this because she's had something done to her bottom. She's probably had all her insides taken out through her bottom. something. She's been hammering it for quite a long time. And once I'd got that sort of feeling of her, and then I thought she's cross. I remember thinking of Richard E. Grant in Withnail and I, who was always cross, and I thought, oh, that's very funny. It's quite funny when people are always cross. So Patsy's always pretty solid. She didn't like to laugh, but when she did, she used Elvis's laugh. I loved Patsy.
Oh, does she feel like she's like a sister or something? What
No,
does she feel like?
She's repellent. No, but we get them out of the boxes every now and then. Every time I'm with Jennifer, every time we're together, we just start laughing and laughing. And Patsy had lost her mind. And they'd been round to see Safi, and they were drooling. We had prosthetic makeup, took 4 hours to put on. We had bald caps under our faces. We had jowls and things like this. We had little Dowager's humps and little saggy titties hanging down like this, and scraggy little arms. And Patsy was clawing through the garden. She'd lost her marbles, so instead of being Patsy, it was a sullen. She loved everything, so she was looking at things like this. She sniffed a flower and a bee went up her nose and straight down her throat because she'd got nothing inside her head because she snorted all the way with stuff. And she splashed out and then she coughed and her pants fell off. But that's for me paradise. But if you're dismissive or sulky or sullen or looking inwards, it doesn't really work. So force yourself to be nice. Now this doesn't mean to say you're going to turn into a goody-goody or a Pollyanna or whatever it is immediately overnight. But it does help a bit. We've all got to keep on trying. It's like marriages, it's like friendships, it's like jobs you do, it's like cooking yet again, finding supper for the table. You must put energy and kindness and thought into it. Don't expect it to come and just be that. You've got to discipline yourself into doing it. I'm quite disciplined.
You don't mind people asking for selfies and autographs and all?
Well, look, Camilla, this is the truth. When it started, when it was all those years ago in the 1970s, mid-70s, when I did Purdy in the New Avengers, and I realised then my life would never be the same because I would be known, I would be recognised. And if it's not too horrible to say, it's sort of like losing a limb, because you go, oh, I'll be lame for the rest of my life. You go, no you won't, you'll manage this. We put in a prosthetic limb and you'll walk. And I thought, if this is going to happen to me for the rest of my life, you've got to make it something you love. Otherwise you're going to have a hateful, hateful time.
Yes.
So just go, how absolutely lovely. Actually, that's my kind of theory about life. Start saying, how absolutely lovely. But
Yeah, but you
everything.
can't
It
always
has to be-
feel like that though. Sometimes
don't,
you must
but
be in
if
a
you
terrible mood and somebody's coming up to you and
They make you feel happy, because most people don't come up and say horrid things. They mostly say nice things. They mostly say really sweet things, and the things they love are obviously ab fab and things like that, but they love the travel programs. They feel like friends. They feel I am a friend.
Yes.
And that I love very much, so they come up.
So you don't find it over familiar at
so
times?
nice.
You quite like
It's
it?
easy on my own. It's less easy when I'm with a group of people or with my husband or
Yes.
family and things, and people can carve their way through because you're the only one they recognise or want a selfie with. And that can become... But you must never be rude. There's no point in being rude ever.